What's up guys, Dave here at the store. I got a huge collection I'm putting in right now. Let's go. Alright guys, so this is the collection. It's a pretty good one. I think Joe's already talked about it in a previous video. Two Brothers childhood collection. I mean, I gotta tell you, this is probably my favorite item of the entire collection. The Donkey Kong set. I was looking at this at home and I love the back. This just screams 90s nostalgia for me. And when we got this collection, for some reason, this was one of the few items that I was really jazzed about. It is awesome. Ridley! So yeah, really amazing collection. We've already sold a bunch of items already, even before opening. Chaos Legion sold, and Kudelka sold. This is a crazy rare game. It's missing the manual, so it's a little bit cheaper than it would be had it had the manual. But our buddy Sam's buying that. He's really happy about that. The Game Boy player, probably the mintiest one I've ever seen, like from the base to the disc. That sold. And Steph is going to be picking up these games here. And like, it's hard to tell, but they're like just, you know, beautiful, crispy, minty. There's a lot of good stuff in here. You know, a lot of stuff you just don't see, like boxed SPs. Again, in really nice shape, right? Probably the big highlight for most people for this collection, Bomberman Second Attack. And wow, box is actually in pretty decent shape. Just a couple of little dents here and there. We've got, you know, a very respectable $12.95 on it. The NM on top, that's Joe's Chicken Scratch, means no manual. So unfortunately, this guy's missing the manual. If it had the manual, you're looking at $1,500, $1,600 probably for that one, but never had this game complete or boxed, and we haven't had this cart probably in like 4 or 5 years. So really happy to get that. You know, there's a lot of good staples in here as well, nothing too crazy. Skies of Arcadia, nice to get that. We actually sold a copy last week, so always good to get a copy in. And same with the F-Zero GX, don't always have a copy of that one. A lot of cool PS2. Nothing too crazy here. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at the end. That's probably one of the highlights that we got. A few more games over there. Got the Simpsons game in. This game, you know, it's been pretty expensive for a while now. And we got a lot of really cool boxed GBA games. And some of the highlights here, obviously, Metroid Zero Mission. Really cool and really nice shape. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. I played this game many years ago and it is fantastic. And then stuff you don't see every day, boxed Virtual Boy games. So just a ton of really cool items. I mean, that's not to mention, you know, there's obviously, you got your Super in there. You got a few Famicom games as well. Dragon Quest, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there it is, Chrono Trigger. So a lot of cool games. And 64, I'm trying to remember if there was anything here really amazing. Always good to get Gauntlet Legends. And what game is this? Turok. Anyway, so I'm here about an hour before opening, and my job is going to be to put as much of this away as I possibly can. So one of the ongoing sagas at our store, one of the ongoing problems is that we don't have a lot of room. And, you know, just looking at our display case here, we got to fit a lot of really good high-end PS1 in there. We're gonna have to find a way to get that there. Not too worried about the other sections. Got some room in the GameCube down there. N64, there's enough room over here, so I'm not too worried about that. Although the higher end N64, which lives down here, we're gonna have to see. Same with the higher end Super Nintendo. We're running out of room again. There's a gap, we can push that and somehow fit some more games in there. Probably gonna have to put, I don't know, probably gonna put those two GBA SPs most likely up there. I also want to put the Donkey Kong Super Nintendo up there as well. What's going on, Steph?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Steph showed up. I mean, what time is it now? Like 10?
I showed about an hour ago.
Yeah, we've been swamped already, right?
We got a big morning rush today.
Yeah, and most of the stuff from this morning is put away except for a few items back there, and we've been making room up there.
More CIV GBA going in.
Yeah, made a little gap. I don't know. You think we can get 2 rows in there? Oh,
It's gonna be close. Update to come on that one.
All right. And what else is going on? Do you want to tell your story? The guy last week?
Yeah, they are from last week. Yeah. So I briefly mentioned this kind of in last week's video, but to highlight the specific story that jump-started that, we had a client come in, and under their breath, they asked if the price was like he could haggle. Me and other people in the store didn't hear that, so I showed him the games, and he offered me a price that didn't make sense, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then he basically started trying to like be like, oh, I don't deal with people that don't haggle. Or he's like, I'm gonna go to GameStop now, and it was a whole thing. But anyways, he kept trying to haggle until he was basically out of sight. It was pretty crazy, but we got through it.
Yeah. And did you say anything under your breath to him?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I may have, as he walked out, he's like, I'm leaving. And then under my breath, I was like, you can keep walking, sir.
Yeah. Keep walking, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, you
gotta stay polite.
Yeah, you gotta stay polite.
You gotta keep the good vibes up in here.
All right, well done. All right, we got our first little trade of the day here. Some Pokemon games, and I mean, really good stuff here. We got White 2, Platinum. We got a Mega Man game down there, and then Ultra Sun and Omega Ruby. And then I forgot to picture this one. Steph just gave it to me. Shining Pearl. And then this is Perle, the French version of Pokemon. We're not totally sure about this. It looks like it could be a fake, but we're not totally sure about that. But anyway, got all that in there, so I'm gonna be pricing that. And I got this really nice collection in here. I'll do a little sneak peek for you. This came in right at opening. I mean, this is a really cool collection. I think it's a lot of PAL and Japanese items, so we're gonna be putting that on the shelves whenever we get a chance. All right, latest trade here that was actually traded in about an hour ago. We got some really nice Switch titles here. Steph is already eyeing that top game there, which looks like it has the longest title ever. It like goes right to the end. What is that game? Cadence?
Cadence of Hyrule. So it's like a Zelda, like it's kind of like Zelda 1 mixed with like some rhythm elements mixed in. It's a pretty cool remix of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then some Xbox One, and then some 360 games in here. Some pretty good titles actually. Some stuff that we don't have, and 360 is selling pretty well these days. So happy to get all that in, and we'll be putting it up on the shelves pretty much right now. So in that huge collection that we got last week, we got a lot of Nintendo Powers, a lot of guides, and there's actually a lot more to go through than what's here. But I brought a few of them to the store, so some really cool ones here. Killer Instinct, Mario 64 guide, some Dot Hack, Final Fantasy, Link Between Worlds, more Final Fantasy, Wind Waker, Tears of the Kingdom, never had this one before, MGS 2, Super Game Boy, this one's really awesome, really like this one. And then a couple of other ones here, Hunter, Legacy of Kain, and Maximo. So basically gonna be putting these in, but there's a lot more coming in the next few weeks. All right guys, so it's almost noon. It has been insanely busy. It's taken me about an hour just to put these out right now. We still have clients in the store, but I don't think it's gonna slow down. I just wanted to show you these Super Famicom games. Absolutely really cool. Like, you never get stuff like this. So I'm gonna be posting it to Facebook. It's gonna take me a long time to price all this out, but really happy to get this. A lot of really cool games. And there's actually a lot more. There's PS1 games for PS1 games here as well. You know, some more common stuff, but gotta post all these as well. Steph,
What's up, guys?
what has been going on the last like 2 hours?
Dave and I have gone full robot lock-in mode.
Yeah.
We have been like work. We're getting stuff done today.
It has been nuts, right? Like, it has been so crazy, and like I've had this set up on the counter for like an hour, and I finally got a chance to take pictures of it, and I'll walk through in a second. But
It's
like,
impressive you did all that Super Famicom.
I don't, yeah. So
crazy.
I got that picture posted, but you know, there's still more stuff here that I got to post pictures of. I feel bad. There's just boxes sitting everywhere. There's more stuff here that I have to, you know.
The trades keep coming
Holy
today,
moly,
man.
it's fallen. Everything's fallen. So yeah, this is I think 2 different people. So some really nice Super games. Always happy to get some Super Nintendo in, especially Yoshi's Island and Star Fox. We always need those. So very nice to get those. And then some really good Game Boy games here. We're running really low on the Pokemon games, so really happy to get those. And I believe all the batteries work. we'll test one more time for those. This is not an expensive game, but really never seen it. Mickey's Dangerous Chase. So got those and got two really nice, like these are pretty minty, Game Boy Colors. And Super Game Boy, which is awesome because I see there in the corner that we don't have one. And this is always missing the top. I have no idea why, but it always is. So that will go on the shelf shortly. Yeah, so as Steph said, it's been insane. So really good buys today, really good buys. Hoping to get through the rest of it soon, but I want to talk about something that just happened. We had a client come in, new clients, right? They were here last week, you said?
Yeah, first time last week.
And they came in with a bunch of like PAL stuff, PAL PS4, PAL Vita, PAL PS3. And you know, I warned him ahead of time. I said, like, it's not going to be a lot. This stuff just doesn't sell. We typically have to sell it outside at our outdoor sale. So I went through and it was a crazy big number, and then I was only able to offer like a smaller percentage of it. And you know, he was surprised, but he was cool about it. And I just told him, I said, this stuff's worth so much more if you sell it on your own. And you know, he appreciated that. And he watches the YouTube channel, I think he said too. Right?
That's how he found us.
So he knows. So maybe he's watching this. And I always feel bad because like he would have spent so much more money on that stuff in Europe, and then you come here and it's not worth the same. So unfortunately, you know, I wasn't able to give him more. He decided to pass, which was totally fine. I'm probably happier about that, to be honest with you. But yeah, that happens. All right, guys. So we got a couple more trades coming in here. This one's from Sam. He used it to buy that Kudelka game earlier. A lot of nice titles. There we go. Next one, these are a couple of trades. So this red Switch here, DSi, which we actually don't have in stock, and a few games here, a couple of Vita games, a couple of DS games, Rocket League, and a couple more at the bottom there. So as always, going to try to price that. Still have to price all this stuff from this morning. And yeah, to be honest with you, I don't remember if I even did this one earlier. So I'm going to do it again now, just in case. So this was a trade at the beginning of the day. I think I did that one. So anyway, gonna try to price. There's only a couple of clients in the store now. We'll see what happens. All right, so it is almost 2 o'clock. We finally got a chance to put up some more of that Japanese collection from this morning. These are all PS1 games, and it's got all the bangers in there. It's really interesting to see just like different cases. There's like multiple copies of some Final Fantasy games back here. I mean, just crazy stuff here, guys. Tales of Destiny, the Dragon Quest games. So really, really interesting. Really, really cool that we got this collection in. And there's still a third part that I gotta go through right now.
Alrighty, guys, and here's part 3 of our Japanese import trade we got in this morning. Mostly PS1 here. Actually, I believe it's all PS1. Got a good variety here. I know a lot of people ask about this game, the Parappa spinoff from Jeremy Lamy. Heard it's pretty fun. Got some other cool stuff. We got Suikoden 2. Some Crash games in Japanese. Some games with like some really interesting cover art that we just never get in the West, unfortunately, especially in the older like 80s and 90s era. Let's see. Lots of good stuff here. A DDR game on PS1. A couple of them. Some Japanese game show host type of games. Armored Core. More Crash. A Doraemon game, which again you don't see too often. Some sports. Some like little like disc sleeve games. But yeah, overall lots of cool stuff. And it'll be going into the store soon. And there's Dave working hard.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good.
What do you got in your hand there?
Yeah, we just got a trade in from Joe, actually.
Yeah.
He traded in a lot of great games from his personal collection. I'm surprised he's letting these go.
Oh man, we haven't talked about Joe
awesome.
all day.
That's true.
Oh, we almost made it. We almost made it. Also, tell him what Joe did. What Joe did to you there. What did he do? Where's the game that Joe wants?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about this. So what happened? Someone traded that in.
And first thing I was like, oh, I need this for my collection. It's on my hunting list.
And then I said, Steph, it's yours. We'll put it aside for you. You can grab it. And
guess
then,
who messages us 2 minutes later?
Who?
Joe.
Joe. And what does Joe want?
He's like, oh, I want it.
Yeah. Joe wants that game. And then Steph, being the magnanimous person that he is, he's like, well, on the hierarchy of things, Joe is above me.
So
which is debatable. And yeah, so now Joe gets to take this. Apparently it's on his list.
Yeah, apparently it's not, but he needs to look at footage first.
Yeah,
I already know the game, so
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. We're gonna figure that out. So anyway, how's it been today?
It's been crazy. This is honestly the first time all day it's just been Dave and I in the store hanging out for a bit. But
Yeah, and someone's actually going to their car to grab more stuff.
another trade, guys. Another one.
I hope I filmed everything today. I don't know if we
I think
have.
so. At most, we missed some 360,
Yeah.
but I think we did pretty good.
Like, if you look on the
Yes.
floor here, still going through this. The only thing that's kind of left is that. Just your average family computer, apparently. So I guess that would be the top loader version for. Anyway,
I think so.
I
And
probably
we
should
got
take
all
a
the
picture.
Imports, right? All the imports are.
Yeah,
photographed.
all the import stuff is photographed. There's a TurboGrafx in there, a couple of games, and then we're almost done, right?
Home stretch, guys.
Oh,
awesome
home
day.
stretch. Okay, yet another trade. A regular of ours brought all this stuff in. There was actually more stuff, but I pretty much put it in our ODS pile, outdoor sale pile. And to be honest, a lot of these are probably going to go in the outdoor sale as well. But there are a few neat items in here. Always good to get Pokemon Stadium, a couple Switch games, some PS3, and these two controllers. These are always cool to get in. Plus, we got a power pad. So now we're playing with
Power.
Okay, so we're at our last trade of the day.
I got you.
Guys, I can't even tell you. We're not even closed. It's like 3 o'clock. So got the Famicom what's top loader? Oh my god, my brain's not
Yeah, I
working.
want to say, yeah, top
It's like a top loader,
It is
right?
top loader.
Yeah, and then TurboGrafx 16, which comes with this composite connection, which is awesome. It kind of gives you a better picture. Third-party controller, but that's okay. A couple of games. Always good to get TurboGrafx games. And a dog bone controller. So this is the last of that Japanese stuff. I recognize, obviously, the TurboGrafx is not the Japanese stuff, but anyway, that was a really cool lot, and you can see it's finally clear. It only took forever.
Hey guys, we are about an hour from close, and we just got another trade in here. Nice GameCube and Switch here. Kirby Star Allies, Metroid, Smash, more Kirby, Odyssey, some Zelda. Lots of staples for the Switch there. And same thing with GameCube, lots of good stuff. You can never have too many copies of any of these, so this is always great to see. Shout out Kirby Air Ride though, that's one we don't get into often, so that's always really nice to see. Smash Melee, of course. And a Dragon Ball Z game. Dragon Ball Z games are always some of the best fighters on any system, so can't go wrong with those. But yeah, another trade-in. We're in the home stretch here. We're going to keep going. And yeah, we'll check in again soon.
Hey, so it's dead in here. It's 4 o'clock. This is the maybe second time all day, and I was just talking to Steph. I let Steph go get some water. I'm like, are you okay? You need a break? He's like, I could use some water. I'm like, go get water. And it's funny because we're just like, it's so busy, we're so swamped every time we come back to you, and we kind of laugh about it because when we do these videos, it always seems to be that, right? Like, we're busy, we're swamped, but we really are. It's really busy, it's really swamped. We're doing sales, we're doing crazy amounts of trades and purchases, obviously. Like, we just call them trades, and it's been fantastic. Like, you want that for the store, but man, it's just like the summertime is just a different vibe from the spring, March, April. That's it's a different world. So yeah, it's been a really good day, and we'll see what happens in the next hour. And if I don't catch you, I'm gonna say bye now. So take care, and thanks for watching.